All right, as promised, this is card pulling, a card reading for the Spring Align and Shine group coaching program. I did this for the winter program and it was super fun. I really enjoyed it. And so I thought I would do it again, in large part because one of the cards I picked several months ago, it was a card for this program that really kind of set the space. So then I was, I was like, okay, when we get closer, I'll pull the rest of the cards. All right, and so here we are. And so again, I used the crop circle deck. So the crop circle deck was given to me by one of my Kabbalah teachers, and he taught Sonic Kabbalah, so the Kabbalah of sound. And and he for sure was one of my biggest proponents of play. Like, he's like, you're a little too serious, like you need to play way more. And so that I definitely feel that energy coming into this group, that it is springtime. I already know some of the people who have come into the group do really enjoy dancing. And so I definitely feel like that our connection needs to be full of play and lightness, as well as wisdom and information, right? Like, wisdom and information doesn't always have to feel like a heavy, dusty library, right? Like, it can feel light and bright, kind of like what is behind me as I just looked at the screen. All right, so the cards. Let's see, which one was first? This one. All right, so this was the first card that I pulled. Can you guys see it okay? Oh, there we go. That's a little better. So this is card 69, and the title of the card is Mastery of Metamorphosis, Soulmate Dancing, Bioenergetic Synergy. And the card reads, this unique double yin-yang symbol appeared at summer solstice, the traditional time of marriage ceremonies in Albion. It is one of a suite of crop circles that's been variations of the glyph of Tau. This one is reminiscent of the time tunnel, number 52, which actually I also pulled later. Mirroring of light in the mate dancing between lover and beloved frees the soul to take leave of the world of duality and touch the bliss state of unity consciousness. So honestly, that is a huge intention behind this program, is that you are able, and if you think about where our world is now, there's a lot of duality, right? Like, there's a lot of divisiveness. And so how do we come into a space of unity and connection? And how do we hold that vibration and that connection in the midst of being in spaces that are divisive, which right now are many spaces? So I actually think that that's super important right now for a whole host of reasons. One certainly is your peace and ease and your ability to thrive in that connection. All right, the oracle says, marry the male and female within yourself and become a single one. You will discover your beloved. And that could be the beloved in many ways. And as we settle deeper into the heart, right? Like, how do you fall in love with yourself? How do you fall in love with your heart? How do you let your own energy be what you love and desire most in the world? So many of us are taught that we need everybody else's energy or other things, and we really undercut the beauty of our own light and our own energy and our own essence. And so that falling in love with your own heart and your own light and your own delight is just golden, right? Like, it's blissful, it's amazing, and no one can take that away from you. No one can change that, right? And so how do we come more fully into that? How do you love yourself more? As I've talked about earlier this year, that is part of that. That is part of the beloved, right? And part of this dance. In addition to finding your other soulmates, whoever that might be, business partners, friendship partners, family partners, romantic partners, whatever that might look like for you. All right, so that's card 1. I pulled it quite a long time ago. Okay, and so for this round, I pulled this card. This is card 45. There we go. Okay. And it's Atom Embodied Light Double Helix, Mastery of the Inner Music. So perfect, right? Of course, in this program, we're going to master the inner music of listening to your intuition. Yes, 100%. That's what this place is about. This charming design was composed of 12 large circles, the zodiac, 77 smaller ones. The 89th degree of the tropical zodiac is Polaris, the present pole star. The weaving of 2 strands about a central axis resembles a DNA strand, yet there's a hint here of musical harmonics. Consider the 88 keys of the piano, the 89th as the pianist, and the 90th as the composer. Once again, we sense 2, I'm going to mispronounce this as I've already mispronounced many words already, contrapuntal movements in the weaving of the strands. The oracle says, attune the 10 spheres of your tree of life to heaven, earth, and your inner music. So that's also quite beautiful because as part of the program, I will be offering some insight into Kabbalah. And so if you choose, if that feels resonant with you, I have like an extra component to give you on that. So all of that kind of weaves in together, but definitely, the majority of the program is all about you listening to your inner music and how you hear your inner music and harmonize with your inner music and align with your inner music, and really hold the frequency and tune and amplify that inner music, right? So super beautiful. All right, the next card is card 51. Great Pyramid at Giza, 1/7 of a circle. The West Kent fractal of pyramids was dubbed the Thistle King's Castle by Andreas Mueller as one of the tall thistle. This thistle was left standing like an obelisk in the circle at the field's highest point. The formation consists of 16 pyramids surrounding the larger 17th, count the circles, 156 equals Joseph the Dreamer. The Egyptian calendar enveloped 36 decans, each with a star guardian. The orbit of Uranus takes 84 years. 84 is the gematria of, I'm also going to mispronounce this word, Hano or Enoch, and then 137 is the gematria for, I'm just going to say the English, the pillar, the symmetry, or the house, which refers to the Great Pyramid of Giza. All right, and the oracle says, align your sahu to the antenn disc and attain the capstone consciousness. Be a menorah vessel for the light. So, how do you refine so that your vessel can contain more light? And there's really a lot of math and shapes in there, right? So there's a lot of structure, understanding how this structure works and diving into the nuance within that. Yeah, and how they all overlap onto each other. Fascinating, right? All right, so then the next one. So this is the one I referred to before. This is card 52. It is the Windmill Time Tunnel, the Windmill Hill Time Tunnel. And so it's 26 times 2, the mirror of creation. This Windmill Hill formation, like a prototype version earlier in the season, had barely touched down before an agitated farmer harvested it. This has become a mark of majesty, potency, and vibrational uniqueness among crop circle creations. The time tunnel offers us an image of a dimensional wormhole a la Star Trek. Visualize yourself engaging in a slow ceremonial spiral walk from circle to circle, clockwise and counterclockwise, until you descend into the core circle of the larger formation. This is your transporter room, so to speak. Bon voyage. Be still at the eye of the vortex. Call upon an ascended master to be your guide. You know who. And so I really love this because as part of this program, I'd really planned to do an ancestral healing circle over the window of Beltane. And Beltane, it has a mirror, is mirrored with Halloween or Chamonix. And so it's the time of the year that the veils between worlds are the thinnest. So your ability to connect with ascended masters, to connect with your guides, to connect with those who have passed over, to move in between worlds is enhanced at the end of the day. And the information you receive is enhanced. And so, this idea of being transported, how do we participate in practices, in ritual, with intention to find those pathways into the etheric worlds, or the worlds that we can't see and touch as readily as we can this world that we're in, right? And so I hope for all of you that we will unfold some of that magic. And don't worry, it's not scary. I don't, we don't engage in it in a scary way, but really start to tap in to your ability to be sensitive and to be more receptive to the information that is all around you all the time. So yeah, it's gonna be super fun. I think it's super fun, and most people who participate with it have a really good time too. So hopefully that gives you a little more insight into the energy of the program and kind of sense and feeling tone of the program. Obviously, there's a lot of etheric support and etheric guidance and practices that bring that in to the play, right? That allow you to play in a different kind of space than your day-to-day grind, right? Like, this program is really designed to bring more magic into your life and bring more dance and light and delight, right? And not just like finding happiness and doing dishes, right? But like finding the sparkle. Like how does that how do we turn daily life into this absolute delight instead of like the daily grind, right? So it's totally possible. It can happen. And I believe that the practices that we have in place really support you. I know the practices that we will work on will support you in doing that, and the high intention of the group and connection will allow us to do that. As well as, like developing new self-care practices that invite all that in, right? And make it a little more festive. So I'm really excited. If you have any questions, just reach out and let me know. You can direct message me, or you can sign up for a call. All the information about the program is below. as well as how you pay for it and how you sign up. The last date is March 15th. So sign up before March 15th, right? Or at least by midnight on March 15th. I hope you sign up a little sooner than that, though. So, okay. Be well. Have a fantastic spring if I don't see you, but hopefully you reach out soon. I look forward to talking to you. Take care.